Are you a mama's boy?
Yeah, bro, 110%. Sahil, that's Zayden. He's a very
yeah.
good friend of mine. I would love to work with him. So you have to understand the value of one person's life, and that's what makes you realize that how different things become. It's like. देखो देखो कैसी बातें यहाँ की है साथ पर है साथ ना भी क्या इतनी आसान है. Hey guys, this is Anuv Jain and you're watching me on Radio City Freedom.
I'm your indie boy YB, and today in the studios of Radio City Mumbai, we have with us singer, songwriter, storyteller, the man himself, Anuv Jain. Anuv, my man, how are you?
I'm good, bro. How are you?
Good. So let's start off with you telling our audience a bit about, where you're coming from, how did you get here, a bit about Anuv Jain, 9 to 5 Anuv to the Anuv Jain, the most buzzing indie artist right now in the scene.
Bro, when you said how I got here, I literally thought that you were asking me how exactly, literally I got here. I was going to say by cab, but you want the life story then, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, I started doing music professionally just 4 years ago, like 3.5 years ago now. Just before the lockdown, I got into it properly full time. But before that, I was working in the family business, and before that, I was just doing a 9 to 5, like for a year in Pune. We discussed that you are from Pune as well, so I was in Pune for like a year. And yeah, man, that's what my life has been like. But I've been into music for the longest time, since I was a kid. But professionally, just 3.5 years now.
3.5 years.
Yeah.
So I know you're studying in NMIMS and then you moved to Pune for your job and stuff like that.
Yes.
Bro, how did you decide to, take the jump off the cliff and, just leave everything behind and get into music?
Bro, so it was circumstance, honestly. It wasn't like a decision that, that I had like in my head that I wanted to get into music. I always wanted to be a part of the family business, but unfortunately fortunately now, because of certain things, it did not work out very well. And at the same time, my music that I had just put out just as a hobby was picking up. This was back in 2019, 2020, the cusp of 2020, and it was just picking up. And yeah, man, I realized that this is something that I really need to do now because it was growing, and I would have regretted it my entire life.
I mean, people love it. You realize that people sort of
love it. People started loving it, and a lot of people were listening to it, and I realized that I had this responsibility now that I was being able to get into something that a lot of people aspire to get into but are not being able to. So I thought that I was responsible, that I had to take this leap of faith and just take this step forward, and I did that, and I'm really happy that I did.
So what family business were you in? I mean,
bro, it's damn boring. Do you really want to get into it? Do you know?
The people want to know.
Do you know these do you know cartons, like these cardboard cartons? They are called corrugated cartons, basically. Right. So they are used for packaging. So basically, I was in the packaging business, and we make we used to make corrugated cartons.
So that's in the family,
that's
been in
the family
for
business.
A while.
Yeah.
That's cool, bro. That's cool.
Yeah, in hindsight, it's easy to talk about it, but during that time, I was pretty messed up.
Oh, it's not easy.
Yeah, it was very difficult because I know how tricky that entire situation is because nobody gave me a blueprint, right? I was completely on my own.
You were the outsiders.
I was completely on my own, and I had to take a decision for myself. Even just getting into music, it was a very, very big decision because I was changing a lot of these pieces that, my family had put into place, and I had to completely shift and just get into a different industry. That was very difficult, but again, I'm very happy that I did.
So when you were getting in, you had a clear picture, bro, I want to make indie music, or you had this sense that I want to go into playback singing also, I can try my hands in Bollywood and stuff like that?
So the thing is that, again, it's just one of those things that I don't really consider myself to be a singer, a natural singer. I am a songwriter. That's what I prefer being known as. So since I'm not a singer, singing was never the priority, songwriting was the priority. And I feel that being independent gives me that opportunity that I can write for myself, and I think I can sing well enough. So I can, just write for myself, and I can sing on top of it.
Express it. Singing is just a form of expression for you?
It's just to put that story out. The storytelling is the main thing. So I think independent music just gave me that flexibility to just write for myself and write the stories about myself rather than, writing for someone else.
So that's true.
Yeah.
Let's talk a bit about this one fact that I noticed. You don't have any collabs, bro. So, is it something to do with you not letting anyone else invade in your creative space, or it would would be intrusion of the trueness of your art or maybe your music?
Nah, man, I
Or
really
something
want to
like that.
collaborate with people. I'm
You
always
wanna-
like willing to learn, and I'm learning so much from the people around me as well. Like I have so many friends in the music industry, and I really want to learn from them.
Mhm.
The only thing is that I have, because I'm a slow writer, I have too much in the pipeline. So I have these solo projects that I had made for myself. So I'm finishing those first. As soon as those get done,
Mhm.
I'll probably start working with other people.
But I don't think it works like in a pipeline way. Does it? Like, because
Bro,
we're
for me,
artists.
I don't know, for some reason,
You
for
are
me it
disciplined.
does.
You
For
are
me it
disciplined.
does. I have a lot of these projects that are lined up, and I feel that these are very beautiful projects, and I really want to work on them. My manager is sitting here; she knows a couple of them that like I'm
Mhm.
writing right now at this point.
Damn.
So these are some of the things that I just want to finish. I'm always looking out for collaborations. I've been talking to people as well, but let's see how it works out. But it's never like, it's not like I don't want to work with people or anything of that sort. I genuinely do. I genuinely do.
Because there are some artists out
Yeah.
there who have this kind of thing ki, from start, recording, songwriting, singing, mixing, mastering, everything I want to do, I don't want to include people because that would be intrusion into my space of art or my expression.
Yeah.
So there are some artists out there with this perception. So I just wanted to know if that's the thing or you're open to collab.
I'm open to collaborations.
So who are you looking forward to, like, starting off?
See, the thing with me is that I would not like to take names, because as if it happens, it happens. I have like a couple of things in my
your
head.
preference. I mean, this is the guy I'm looking at, and this guy I would fuck with. And
Honestly, like I would honestly love to work with my friends first, because I think that would happen very naturally.
Mhm.
I'm not really looking for like a very crazy collaboration between like two very big artists or anything
Yeah.
of that sort. I just want to make a very good project, and I feel that's what works out.
Justice to the music.
Yeah, just as the music. But luckily, the people around me are very big artists in their own right, so that just works out for us.
Mhm.
But yeah, some of my friends. So
Mhm.
there's Sahil, that's Zayden. He's a very
yeah.
good friend of mine. I would
Yeah,
love to
yeah.
work with him. There is Lost Stories. I love their music. It's Rishabh and Prayag sir. Like, I would love to work with them. But we haven't written anything in stone. But they just know that okay, there is something that like hopefully will be there on the cards like someday. So yeah,
Mhm.
let's see how that works.
These are still the guys in the Represent circuit.
Yeah.
Represent is, by the way, the management company that manages Anuv.
Yeah.
So these are still the guys from Represent circuit, right?
Yeah.
Are you looking at anyone apart from Represent circuit, like say any of these guys, Taba Chake or Pratik or anyone?
But I would love to work with Pratik,
Yeah.
because I genuinely love his music, and he's
Mhm.
like genuinely been an inspiration for like so many of the upcoming indie artists as well. Would love to work with him someday. We haven't spoken ever,
Oh.
but we know each other through people.
Yeah, I mean through music, obviously.
Through music and through people as well, because like obviously when you're in the industry, you know so many people. So hopefully I would love to work with him someday, but never spoken to him. So I think for me, it's more like a natural thing. The day I see him, if we do become friends or like we do like connect on something,
Connect on something.
me and we just sit down and it naturally comes, then it's fine. I'm not gonna like
You can't force
it.
art,
I'm
yeah.
not gonna force something just because it might be good for the numbers,
Mhm.
not because of that. I think so. Yeah.
Mhm. But you've always put out this one thing very clear that it's just not music; it's music and business.
Yeah.
So don't you think it would be good for the business side of things?
Of course, but there are certain opportunities that I'm willing to let go of. It's not like you have to act on every opportunity, right? You
Mhm.
can let go of certain things.
The art
things,
comes first.
The art
whatever-
comes first.
Whatsoever. Yeah.
So yeah, business side is very important, but then you can't like always keep on thinking about business, but then it's just greed.
Yeah.
So that's what it is.
There's this one thing. Do you think music has the power to transcend you to a higher state or like connect to the divine energies? Because me being an artist and all the artist friends in my circuit
Yeah.
have said this one thing to me that bro, when I sit to compose or make anything, it's not me operating anymore, it's the higher energies that take over and it just comes out. So this is a very weird thing that I've heard, or it's very intriguing.
Yeah.
Does it happen with you?
See, I am a bit spiritual. Yes, I do believe that things have happened in my life that like a higher power has to have had a role to play in something like this, because these are not normal things.
Yeah.
Right? But when I'm writing music, it's not like that. There is no it's mostly just a lot of back and forth and like a lot of oh my god, I can't write this line, all of that. So it's not a very positive process, but once it is done and I look back at what I've created through all the turmoil and through all the sleepless nights, I couldn't finish this, I couldn't finish that, like this, that, all of those things, then I genuinely believe that okay, this was not something that I could have just written myself. This is something that was given to me by the universe.
By the universe.
And I'm very happy. Like for example, the song that I just wrote, it's called Husn, and it's genuinely one of my favorite songs. And I'm not just saying that because I'm like trying to market
No,
it.
no, definitely.
My entire team knows it. I was very confident going into this song, and the
Mhm.
confidence has paid off because the numbers have been crazy. I genuinely love this song, and when I wrote the song and I finished it a few days ago before it was releasing, I was just listening to it like constantly, probably like 30-40 times at night, just to hear, okay, oh,
Make sure,
is
yeah,
everything is
the-
fine or whatever. And like there was a moment when I had tears in my eyes, and I genuinely thought, like, I just folded my hands and I was like, I'm just thanking the universe for
Gratitude.
giving me this song. Like that is what it was. So it's not like a very spiritual thing when I'm working on it, but once it's done, then it
Mhm.
does turn into like something that I'm just like happy that the universe chose me to, you know, like write this song.
Mhm.
That's how it is.
Mhm.
But listening to music definitely does that. I feel that there are a lot of people, the kind of stories that I hear from people, it's crazy, like the kind of things that they tell me.
Mhm.
And you know, when you're writing these songs, you're not really thinking about the kind of impact that it's going to have on people. But when you start meeting them after shows or like just, you know, maybe on a flight or something like that, and you strike a conversation with them, and they tell you how their life is very complicated and difficult and how it transformed because of a particular song. It's crazy, man, what music can do. It's beautiful.
Yeah, like artists always lead this life which is very emotionally entangled, and you can't express it. It's entangled in a way where you can't express it. What are my emotions?
Yeah.
You are happy. When you're happy, you're the happiest. When you're sad, you're the saddest. Like, you feel the emotions to the core. That's always been the thing with artists
Yeah.
since the human evolution. Right, let's talk about your tour, man. Like, you are selling out shows, you are hitting millions on literally all the platforms out there. I mean, Anuv Jain is the most buzzing artist right now in the industry. I love the artwork and the name Guldasta. I know, I figured how you went ahead with that because
Yeah.
of Gul, and you wanted to say that it's a whole bunch of flowers, a Guldasta
Yeah.
like that. So cool, man. Like, share some experiences from the tour or something like that. I mean, when you know that millions of people are listening to you right now, you are impacting life of millions. So does that impact you anyway as an individual? Because with fame comes responsibility, man. Like,
Yeah.
you are responsible to the
That's
people.
true.
So like,
That's true.
what's your call on that?
So I think you've asked me like a couple of questions. So the first thing is the tour, right? So Guldasta, because Gul is one of my favorite songs. I've written that song, and thus because it is a 10-city tour, and Guldasta because, right, like you said, that it's a bunch of cities that we are going to. So it's like, you know, a bunch of flowers, you know, that we are going to. So it's like a bouquet. So that's why it's called Guldasta. I absolutely love wordplay, just saying. So that's why it is. That's what it's called. The tour is going amazing, and I genuinely couldn't have expected it to be such a big hit. And you know, apart from just the numbers, I'm genuinely proud of the way we are evolving the show. Every show that we have done, the show has, like, the entire tour has evolved
Mhm.
into something crazy.
Crazy.
We're just like adding elements. It's like a work in progress.
Right.
And by the time we reach the final city, it's gonna like have its full realization. And that's how I feel. It's like a monster that's just growing. So I think that's how it is, and I absolutely love it. I'm very proud of what the entire team has pulled. So yeah, the tour has been absolutely amazing. We are done with 4 cities, and we have like 6 more left in the tour, and I'm really looking forward to it.
And you grow through it, yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
and I'm really looking forward to it. And talking about the impact, bro, this is what I'm talking about. Like, I genuinely don't understand it. I sit at home. I'm a homeboy, bro. Like, I'm a homebody. My mom makes me like do tasks. I'm leaving every day, getting bread. Just a normal thing. It's not.
Normal guy,
It's
yeah.
even stupid to even say it out loud, because this is just like how normal kids are in normal Indian households, and that's what my life is like. And even my mom doesn't understand it. But my mom came for one of my shows for the very first time in Ludhiana, because that's where I'm from.
Yeah, you got on stage and stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
on stage as well, because I wanted the world to see that this is the person behind everything that I do.
everything,
Like,
yeah.
she's the person, right? So, and that's when she realized, and through her I realized the kind of impact that the music is having on people, because she sees me at home, you know, just like chilling, lazing around. She scolds me for not eating properly, and you know, like sometimes if I'm not disciplined enough, she'll be like, "Why are you here? Like, why aren't you working?" Just a normal.
Ooh, are you a mama's boy?
Yeah, bro, 110%, 110%.
Yeah, that's so sweet, man.
I am very responsible about my own life, but there are certain elements of my life that our mom is handling, and I don't think there's a problem with that. You
Obviously
always
not.
need like support.
Yeah.
I am pretty much like self-sufficient, but I'm still giving responsibility to certain people. If just Tanvi is like my work mom, Because without her I can't navigate. So Tanvi is my manager, she's sitting here, and without her I can't navigate through my day. So you need to give responsibility to people. Like my mom also has certain responsibilities that she has to take care of. But yeah man, so like that is how I realized the impact that the music is having, because she was so surprised. She was like, मैं घर में तुम्हें देखती हूँ, and then you know when you like, she sees videos on YouTube and all of those things, but she actually, when she comes and she sees it live in front of her and how crazy people are going, they are crying, and that kind of an impact is just incredible. And through her I can, you know, I also realized, I was like, okay, that's like pretty cool.
Else that I'm
Yeah,
going
this is
through
something
that is
insane.
not
Yeah.
you. Damn man.
Yeah.
So who is it at home? Just you and your mom?
It's just me and my mom and my sister. I mean, I have my twin
You have a
sister.
twin sister, yeah.
Yeah, but she doesn't stay with us. She stays in Bombay.
Bombay.
But whenever she comes, it's the best time. So.
So is she also in the artsy side of things?
Yeah, yeah, she's a makeup artist, and she's doing very well for herself.
They've got it in the whole blood thing, Jain family.
Yeah, my mom's a painter,
Oh.
and yeah, my dad was also like pretty much into like creative things. My dadu used to write poetry. My nanu sings. So they've never like worked on it professionally, apart from my sister and me now. But yeah, we've always had like this artistic inclination in our family.
So I'm gonna dive a bit deep, but you can ask me to back off if you feel like I'm intruding in your space or something like that. But since you brought up your dad, I think a person lives two lives.
Yeah.
One before and one after the fact that they realize that there's something called death
Yeah.
in this world. Like the life we're living is mortal.
Yeah.
So have you experienced that feeling, like you experienced death so closely after dad's passing away?
Yeah.
Was life the same? I mean, as an individual, I'm asking, how did it impact you as an individual?
I'll just tell you what I feel about it, okay? I see the news a lot, right? And you see like things happening outside, and you see that some accident has happened or something has happened, and it just is a number, right? Like 9 people died, or like 5 people died, or like 10 people, 1,000 people died, or whatever it is. But when you see death very closely, you realize that every person in that is like has a family, and they impact like tens of like thousands, like maybe like hundreds of people around them, or like maybe 10 people, 20 people around them, and their life changes forever. So it's just not a number. That is what has changed for me. Now when I see the news, I see, you know, something going wrong, I genuinely can feel for every soul.
You're more empathetic towards...
You're more empathetic, because the thing is that when my dad passed away, and it was a very unfortunate series of events what happened, I realized that I'm still talking about it. You know, it's been 10 years now since he passed away, and like I still talk about it to this day, and it still impacts our life to this day. A lot of the decisions that we take, a lot of financial decisions that we take, a lot of trauma that we had from that entire time has like, you know, seeped into my life, and it's still there, and I'm still trying to get over it. So if a person's life can be affected for 10 years, and I know that it's not going to go away for the next 10 years either. So you have to understand the value of, you know, one person's life, and that's what makes you realize that how different things become. So that was the long answer. Sorry if I bored you guys, but
No, man, no.
these are things that, you know, should be spoken about. So
Obviously, man.
Yeah.
Like, I just wanted to know what you feel about it, or has it impacted you as a person? I mean, on an individual level, you become a different person, I think, once you experience death of a near one or something like
yeah,
that.
that's very true.
I mean, all your life, you know that there's this concept of death and all, but until you go through it,
Yeah,
through a near one or something like that, it's a different ball game altogether, I think.
that's true.
So that's there. Let's talk about the song. The song. My man has come up with the song. It's called Husn. Anuv has just released a beautiful, beautiful number. It's called Husn. And I love how minimal the production is, but it sort of resonates so much. It goes into a different zone altogether when Anuv picks up this new falsetto thing, which I don't think you've done before, right?
Yeah,
You
I've
go
just
all
done it in
falsetto
parts,
here.
but this was like a proper falsetto.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like that's crazy how you go into the falsettos and stuff like that. Let's hear about the song, man. How did the idea strike first and foremost?
Okay, so I wrote this song for a friend, and I've always written songs for about myself or somebody who's very close to me, or like their lives that I have been a part of. So this is no different, and it's never going to be different. This is how it's going to be. So this is for a friend, and this is something that they told me, and they told me about their life, and you know how they were in a situationship, and the song is about situationships, and they were in a situationship, but they ended up falling in love with that person, and no party was wrong in this, because you know obviously they went in with an agenda,
With the
but
flow, yeah.
but it changed, you know, for
Yeah.
one person. and that's what the song is about, and it's about the confusion that they had. Okay, you know, we're together but we're not together. Hain saath par, hain saath na bhi. That's in the song as well, and then that eventual realization that, yeah, they got into it, but this is not something that's meant for them. This is, they want to love that old traditional way when they're just with that one person, and they just want to love one person. They don't want monogamy. They don't want like other people around them or anything of that sort, and that's completely okay. That's a brilliant way to love somebody as well, and every way is like a brilliant way as long as, you know, both the people are okay with it. So that's what the song is about, and that's what it talks about like towards the end as well. कि मैं इस दौर से नहीं, मैं इस दौड़ में नहीं, मैं इस दौर से नहीं, and that's what the song talks about. So, like I said, it's the reason why it's a favorite now for me is because of how mature the writing is, and I just fell in love with the way it flows and the entire story flows, like from the beginning when she just explains the relationship to the end where she realizes that it's not meant for her. It's a full story, and that's what this song is about.
It's not being reciprocated in the way
that she would want it. Yeah, she wanted कि जैसे मेरे इरादे वैसे कहाँ तेरे यहाँ थे, and that's what, you know, that line is there in the song as well.
So there's this line, माना दीवाना है ज़माना, इसीलिए तूने न जाना,
तेरे लिए मैं काफ़ी हूँ. Yeah.
So is it you speaking about yourself? Because zamana hai divana is, I thought so, okay, he's talking about himself, that zamana mera divana hai, but tere liye fir bhi main kafi. Is it something?
No,
like
it's
that?
about that other person.
Other person.
Yeah, कि माना ज़माना है दीवाना तेरे लिए, इसीलिए शायद तूने ना जाना कि तेरे लिए मैं काफ़ी हूँ. देखो देखो ये ज़माने से थक कर आते हो क्यों मासूम बनकर. That, you know, whenever you're just tired, you come back.
Please, so, man, let's.
Yeah, of course. Sure.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Anuv bringing his new number in for us, acoustic version exclusive. Mind that. Let's go, man.
Hey guys, so this one is called Husn, and I just released it, and I really hope you guys like it. देखो देखो कैसी बातें यहाँ की, है साथ पर है साथ ना भी, क्या इतनी आसान है. देखो देखो जैसे मेरे इरादे वैसे कहाँ तेरे यहाँ थे, हाँ कितनी नादान मैं. मेरे हुस्न के अलावा कभी दिल भी मांग लो ना, है पल में मैं पिघल जाऊँ. हाँ अब ऐसा ना करो कि दिल जुड़ ना पाए वापस, तेरी बातों से बिखर जाऊँ. So these were the first few lines of the song.
Amazing. Woo! Let's go, man. It's so beautiful. So beautiful. I love it. So, couple of random questions for you. You just have to go quick on that, right?
Yeah.
One message to 35-year-old Anuv Jain.
I really hope that you're looking back at this and you're very proud.
Grateful. You should be grateful for what you have right now.
Yeah.
Right? Songwriting, the process, or live shows?
Songwriting, the process, any day.
And why?
I'm panicking in both, but at least I'm in the comfort of my house when I'm writing a song.
Why do you say panic, man? Why is there a...
Yeah, I am, it's pretty well known that I'm a very naturally anxious person. I'm trying to change that, and it's become much better now. But it's something that, you know, I'm not like ashamed of. It's fine. As long as the work is not getting hampered, that's what's important. So yeah, so even when I'm writing, I'm just so involved and I'm just so close to all of this. I do feel anxious, you know, when I'm putting something out or like when I'm working on something, because I want that perfection. I want to be on time, and I'm very, very particular about like being on time. So like shows pe thoda sa bhi upar niche hota hai, then, you know, I'm not panicking, but it's just something that doesn't sit well with me. Even when I'm songwriting, when it takes a few days, so that's why. But it was a short answer, so yeah. Songwriting, that's what you want.
One message for someone who feels stuck in life right now. What would Anuv Jain say to that person, that someone comes to you and you're like, I feel stuck in life right now, for whatsoever reason? What is Anuv Jain's answer?
Bro, I think life is like a wave. There are ups and downs, and if it's a down moment, the up is going to be very, very beautiful. So just be patient and like wait for it.
There's light at the end of tunnel. Wait for it, my man.
That's true.
Antariksh, you're spitting verse. You are rapping in there. Are we gonna see Anuv come out as a man who raps also, who spits verse also? Is that true?
No, that's never gonna happen. But I might make a song like that once again. I don't mind because I genuinely
God,
loved
it's
like
fire, bro.
I
It's
love that
fire.
song, bro. It's so good, honestly, and I love that song. And it's like I have a lot of fun performing it as well. So yeah, but I wanna experiment a lot. Every few songs I'm gonna give people something that's like true to me. But
Yeah.
then there are certain songs that I'm just gonna experiment, and I think I'm making my audience like getting used to that entire fact that I'm
That's
gonna
how
be
you
experimenting.
evolve over life. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
But you're saying a no, straight up no to rapping. Why is that, man? Like, you can explore that space also. I mean, you're pretty good at it. So fire.
Bro, I think there are people who are way better than me, and it's
There'll
not.
always be.
And I'm not like the thing is that I love the kind of music that I make. I love ballads. I love slow music. That's the kind of music that I listen to as well. So it's not something that I want to like completely like negate from my life or like completely like remove from my life. So I want to do this only. It's just that मेरे को चुल मचती है थोड़ी सी and I want to experiment in life. So that's what
But that's
I'm
so
gonna be
fire.
doing.
I love the verse also, and I love your flow, how smoothly you go in and you come out. It's
Yeah,
so good.
yeah. I'm glad that you like it. I'm
Yeah,
really
yeah.
happy that you do because I genuinely love that song a lot.
Yeah, bro. Is Anuv Jain seeing someone?
No comment.
No comment. People want to know. Like, there are girls out there going crazy for you. They want to know if the guy they're going crazy for is single or is seeing someone. We're not asking names and shit, but is Anuv Jain seeing someone right now?
Bro, the thing is that like on social media, people do get to see a lot of my life, but it's probably just like 20% of what I do. There are certain things that are like very private. So even when I'm seeing someone or even if I'm not, it's just something that just
You
stays
don't
with
want to
me.
disclose. Yeah, that's about it, man, from our side. Then, like, I'm really glad you came down here and shared your story with us and shared your journey with us. We're always looking forward to have you, and with every single, we are on the lookout. Not just when I say we, I'm speaking for the people also.
Yeah.
We are on the lookout for what Anuv has got this time new. How is he gonna go evolve this time, or like what new is he gonna give to us this time? 'Cause
Yeah.
once you're spitting verse, once you're going all falsetto. So now I think it's a different ball game altogether. People are not gonna barricade Anuv in that one zone. People can expect a lot of things from Anuv. So that's really pretty cool, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it, man. Thanks for joining us today, Anuv.
I'm
Ladies
so
and
happy to be here.
gentlemen,
Thank
Anuv
you.
Jain.